Hey everybody, Bart from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Jurassic RimWorld Let's Play. So I just got RimWorld fixing again. We're finally back to playing once more. And I have not yet had a chance to really play the game at all. Because I figured now that the game's working, I'm just going to go ahead and record before anything else has a chance to break. So we're picking up right after, I think, the end of the last episode. I don't recall if I played a little bit after recording that, but more or less we're picking up following the big raid that we had kind of down in this area. So you can still see some of the bodies are lying there. Their equipment has been kind of strewn about the place, and we'll need to collect all that and obviously deal with the bodies. But I think today's going to be a pretty relaxing episode just because we just got out of that raid. We don't have any missions to go on, at least not yet. And so I think we'll just work on the base a little bit since it's been a while since we've seen it last. So let's get things rolling. I think Allison is the only one suffering from any injuries right now, and she hasn't been treated, so it's sort of just a matter of waiting it out until she's fully healthy again. And everything appears to be working so far, which I'm quite pleased with. I'm gonna have things run just a little bit slower in case anything does happen. I can catch it. I had to basically reinstall the game and all of my mods, some of them manually that I just left alone, but some of them through Steam Workshop because that's the only place I can find them. I had to unsubscribe and resubscribe several times, and in doing that in various different what do you call it, like sequences of order, I was able to finally get it to work. I think in part too, it was just waiting for some of the mods to get updated as well, because I think there were some critical ones that hadn't been yet. But ultimately, it is working now, so as long as it continues to work, I think we'll be okay. So, we are still paving a lot of the area over here on the eastern half of the base. The western half still has really yet to be touched in that regard. So that is something that we'll continue to work on, obviously. We also started building this, which will, I think, be a temporary, well, potentially temporary. It could be a long-term warehouse, but a warehouse nonetheless. Because we needed places to store materials, if I recall right. We have a bunch of... The game doesn't like when I try to pan the camera in the corner. We have a lot of chem fuel and wood being stored outside, and they're going to deteriorate quite fast if we do that. Also, it looks like a few animals that we killed never made it into the freezer because there's so much of this stuff here. The rice and corn and even the berries aren't making it in. Though if we didn't have stuff like, pigskin hanging out there, we might have more space. Ultimately, it's stuff we're going to work on, but for now, I'm just trying to continue to make progress. We've also built up the arcade a little bit, so we've got a few arcade, what do they call these, cabinets, right? Arcade cabinets in there. There's still plenty more to be, produced and installed, but for now, at least we're continuing to make progress there as well. Our bathroom for the hotel is nearly finished. It's just a matter of them kind of flooring it. We need to get it lit, and then we need to get the toilets installed and probably plumbed as well. I don't think we have any plumbing running through there, but that is something that we can change. What are we making the plumbing out of here? Power conduit, steel plumbing, okay. So yeah, we'll need to run plumbing through probably like this. That might be enough right there. Unless, well, we will have sinks here, so let's put in some plumbing like that, and I guess we'll wrap this all the way around as well. Just to, be safe, because if we do decide to put sinks on this wall here, or this wall here, we'll need plumbing. There's already a bit of plumbing in that wall, even though the wooden ones are going to be torn down. And having the toilets right here, just having it along that wall will be fine. And then I think we will put a tub in there for people to bathe. Other than that, we've got prisoners. Well, we've got a new addition. I think Lester was, of course, the reason we got raided in the last episode, him coming to join us. He is actually a somewhat capable fighter. He likes animals too. But he joined us, and then we took a couple of prisoners who are hanging out in the prison. Why won't you pan up? There we go. Got to be in the middle of the screen. So we've got Whale, who we were actually going to recruit, hence her not being in a prisoner uniform. So let's check in on that. She is being forced to work and recruited. Doesn't look like we made a lot of progress on that front. Granted, again, we are picking this up from last episode, so there's really been no time to progress. Adrian and Cockroach are going to be permanent prisoners, and then we have Kat and Billa, who we decided to take captive in the last episode. So their health looks to be okay. This infection has progressed to 45%, but the immunity is at 84, so she will be just fine in that regard. And just recalling what her stats looked like, she's a greedy pyromaniac that doesn't like drugs of any sort. So anytime I get a pyromaniac, that generally means they're going to be a prisoner, or I'm not going to bother saving them. For her, she's probably going to be a full-time prisoner, and most likely putting her mining skill to work, possibly her artistic skills as well, but I already have artists who are part of our colony, so I don't know that that's really necessary. And then we have Billa, who is doing much better, although she did get her nose shot off, which is unfortunate. Just the 2 minor injuries there, no infections of any sort. And she is a little bit better in terms of, characters. So she might join us, and there is a lot she could do for us, both as a prisoner or as a colonist. Obviously, being a prisoner, it's going to be mostly crafting and mining. But if we decide to recruit her, which I probably will, we can arm her with a melee weapon, and she could help us out there. Mining, growing are still going to be very useful. Crafting and art as well. So there's a lot that she could do, and her traits aren't terrible. Body Purist is going to prevent us from giving her a prosthetic nose, so she's going to have to deal with that. Sanguine is actually quite good. She's got a permanent mood bonus, which is one of the best, traits you can have. And she's psychically deaf, so all of the little psychic emanator thingies that we get frequently won't bother her. They won't help her either, nor will this psychic emanator that we've set up in the hotel. So she won't benefit from this, but she also won't be penalized from any of the sort of ambient ones that we get as events. And because she's got that permanent mood bonus, she doesn't really need the benefit of that. It looks like Wayne is getting to work on our bathroom floors here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to light this, because I don't think with those partitions in there I can just plop down a giant chandelier like so. So I'm going to need to do several small ones probably. And I think what I might do is just line them up with the partitions, like so. And maybe I'll put one in there. Oh, I can actually put it above. No, they'll probably try to remove it if I do that, so let's not. Oh god. Okay, we had an explosion. Can somebody get on that? Bruce, I'm going to ask you to do it, since everybody seems to be taking their time getting over there. So hustle, please. Oh, Allison's getting on it. Allison, you should be resting. Okay, luckily that happened in the morning, so we'll have all day to replenish the power we just lost with solar power. Though it could take us a while to fully recover from completely emptying our batteries like that. Okay, well, things seem to be going pretty smoothly though, so that's great. Billa, what do we have you set to for prisoner? We have you forced to work. Let's do work and recruit. Cat, you should be just working. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Hopefully we can get these sandbags down soon, just in case we do get attacked again. It'd be nice to have a little bit more covered to utilize. Down here, I'm hoping that we can get this bunker started. Oh, Billa's fully healed. This is not forbidden, so whenever we have the materials, we should get started on it, and it looks like we have the materials, so maybe there's just too many other projects queued up at the moment. But having that bunker would have been very helpful in the last fight. We'll also mirror that over and build a similar one here. In fact, I'll do that now. though I'm going to forbid it so that they focus on this one first. So I believe it goes something like that, and then this came down like so. I think that's right. Nope. There we go. That should be like, what, there, I think? Let's see, is that correct? Yeah, okay. So then we'll leave a doorway. This can be closed off. One thing I have forgotten to do, though, is some of these should be embrasures. So those are all walls now. The next thing we need to do is figure out where the embrasures go. And I think it's just like 2 on every facing, like this, and then that's walls, yeah. So I'm going to copy this. In fact, you know, it'd be easier to cancel these first. So cancel those, cancel those. I think it's these 2 here and these 2 here. No, just these 2. Come on. So those, and then these. So those will be the firing ports, essentially, for this base. And this is all wall. So we'll need to make sure we add that in as well. But I do not want to forget the embrasures, because that's kind of the whole point of these bunkers, is that we can fire out of them to kill whatever is threatening us. Then that is like 1 away on the diagonal and then just kind of squared off. Okay. So it would be there, 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 and there, and then these come up 1 and over 2. Easy enough. And again, the interior ones are to protect from anything being, you know, fired at these bases from going all the way through and hitting the people hiding inside. Because not everybody's going to be standing in a firing port shooting out of the base or the bunker. Some people are just going to be, you know, cowering in fear because they're not fighters. And so we can put those people in this interior space, and anything that gets shot through and, you know, comes through the embrasure can just hit the wall there. That's why I have the openings to this lined up with what is either going to be a closed door or a solid wall. So there's no direct avenue for a bullet to make its way into that little space. Again, going to forbid the whole thing so that this one gets finished first. Ideally, somebody will get on that soon. And hopefully we'll see it finished, probably not by the end of this episode, but at least some progress made on it. And I'll need to figure out what else I want to put in here too, because I do want them making a lot of progress in the prison area. I want them doing stuff that's going to contribute. Otherwise, there's no real reason to keep them around. We should just free them and get the relationship bonus with their faction, if that's what we decide we want to do, or we should have just kind of left them to die in the first place. Alright, so we just finished the organ vat, which is going to allow us to grow individual organs, but also allow us to potentially down the road grow entire living creatures. So I don't know where we're going to fit that. I think that's part of, I want to say, the genetics mod. No, where would that be? Hold on, let's pause. Again, I apologize, but I don't want to be completely distracted. Okay, so organ vat. A vat for growing various natural organs requires a clean room to operate efficiently and regular maintenance by a skilled scientist and doctor. If power goes out, it will rapidly lose maintenance. So this is going to take a lot of attention from somebody. This is from the... It's not the genetics mod. It's... crap. Something like questionable ethics, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I think that's it. So do I want to have them in here? They're not going to fit in there. I don't know what else we'll need in terms of genetics. So let's not bother yet, because we can build those relatively easily. They're a little bit expensive in terms of steel and components, but we have a decent amount of both right now. And they require like a little bit of silver, but that's not a big deal. So at any point we should be able to just kind of throw them down. We need somebody to clean in here though. This is getting filthy. I almost wonder if I should move, say, Whale into the hotel. Let her be a prisoner in there and let her job be cleaning, so that she can at least help us with that. Yeah, that might not be such a bad idea. I also am wondering... The names are different colors. And, okay, so it looks like it's based on where the prisoner came from. The orange ones are the bandit criminals, and the sort of faintly greenish, yeah, it's like a very pale green, those are from the Lyra of the Valley. So those are from, you know, basically the tribes versus these guys just being outright pirates. Anyway, I'm thinking of moving her into a hotel room so that she can help us clean. And she'll probably join faster too, because these rooms are a lot nicer than her prison cell. So, let's see, if I mark that for prisoners, can I then... No, I can't really assign it to anybody, can I? What I can do, however, is take all of these unassigned beds. Gonna have to do them individually. So if I mark any bed not already owned by a prisoner as a regular bed, then I ask Riker, when he's done talking to Whale, to take her to a bed. That should be the only one available. And, oh, he's done. Okay, Riker, could you please... No, don't strip Whale. I need you to take her... Well, I guess you can't because she's in a prison, right? Oh, somebody saw him go into the bathroom. Maybe if I do that. There we go. And once he leaves with her, I'll go ahead and make this a prison area again. But again, the reason I do this is so that people don't just come hang out here. Because otherwise the game will just recognize this as kind of a shared hanging out space. And that's fine for the prisoners, but not ideal for everybody else. I don't want them coming to visit this area. But once this is her bed, I can go ahead and fix everything. Actually, it looks like it already is. But let's let her get into the room first. We'll unlock that door too. Everything else should be locked, so I don't think we'll need to worry about her escaping. And because there's no prisoners to plan a prison break with in this area, I don't think she'll be able to cause us any trouble. Okay, so Whale, that's your bed. This door is unlocked so that you can come and go freely. You are set to work and recruit. So then we just need to go into your actual work tab and make sure that you are set to clean. We'll bump that up to 2. And I'm actually going to lower these. When she joins us, I don't mind her doing that. But for now, I'm not too concerned about it. Though I initially did plan on having her help with the crafting until she joined. But honestly, I don't think that's... Come on, give me both. I don't think that's super necessary in the meantime. Because if she's not... Why do I keep clicking the wrong shit? If she's not going to be doing it long term, I don't want to become like reliant on her working on that stuff. Or getting in the way of the people who will be doing it long term, so let's just remove her from it. And again, I need people cleaning, so this will help. Apparently she's just going to stay asleep, even though it's like kind of early afternoon. We got a panther hunting us for food. Let's hunt him back. Yeah, him. So, as soon as this crap goes away, I'll have maybe Tails work on that. I don't know if anybody else has a gun nearby. Riker might, but he's kind of preoccupied. Okay, if you're done with that, Riker, I'd like you to also help with this. No, I'm not trying to hunt, or I'm not trying to ride the panther. I want you to hunt it. Are you not set to hunting? Is that why? Riker, hunting. You are able to do it, so why will it not let me? I guess I can only prioritize one at a time. In that case, I'll just have to draft him and have him come out here somewhere where he can get a shot. Oh yeah, it's hunting the baby boar. Come on, hustle. Well, it got the boar. But we should kill this thing anyways because it could potentially, you know, be a threat to other animals or people. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. 3 in a row. Look at you go, Riker. Surprised this thing is still up. Okay, there we go. That's down. Riker, do me a favor. I'd like you to haul it. The issue is we need to free up some space in here. So who can do that for me? Who's nearby? Petra, why are you not over there cooking? Get over here, please, and pick up all the agave and a full stack of, well, not a full stack, but pick up like a half stack of rice. If we can make some room in there, I can have him haul those animals into the freezer and at least make use of their corpses. Tone, what are you up to? You're going to make some concrete slabs. Great. Nobody's actually using them, though, for whatever reason. I might have to, like, prioritize Virgil, get on that or something. Okay, that gives us some space. So, Riker, I'd like you to haul that panther into the freezer. Perfect. And then we'll haul the baby boar in there too. Petra, what are you up to right now? Butchering? Fine, yeah. I hope that doesn't take up more than one spot though. Otherwise we might be in trouble. Let's clear those notifications. We're well aware of what happened at this point. And as soon as he dumps that panther, he can go about his business. Cool. Guess he's going to take some rice too. What are you doing with the rice? Hauling to another stockpile. This one, apparently. That's fine, I guess. Leave some stuff there for whoever's cooking, and it won't deteriorate all that fast. So I think it's okay. Alright, so checking back in at the hotel. It looks like Whale is helping out quite a bit. The place is significantly cleaner than when I last looked at it, so I'm glad that that worked out. When she joins us, obviously we'll need to find somebody else to do this little job, but I think having the prisoners sort of serve as janitors for the more important buildings actually is a decent idea. Though, obviously we won't be able to have one for every building, but for the main buildings like this, where all the guests are staying, I think it is possibly a good idea to just dedicate one room to effectively a prisoner slash janitor. Especially after we start moving the rest of these colonists out of the hotel and giving them somewhere else to live. That would, you know, free up quite a bit of space, which we are working toward. Has this made any progress up here? No, unfortunately, they still haven't really touched that. Somebody's starving. Oh, because Lester's still on a mental break. He'll be fine. And, what was that? That was forbidden. I just saw something forbidden at the corner of my eye. Oh, this body. You should not be forbidden. You should be cremated, if nothing else. And what about you? Your grenades, unfortunately, are just sitting there. I would like the grenades. I don't care about anything he's wearing. I think everybody that had decent or usable gear on them had their stuff stripped already. So, Riker, could you come down here, please, and haul those grenades? While you're at it, let's see if there's anything else. I don't care about molly webbing at all because it's very inexpensive. You've got some AR-500 body armor, so let's have you stripped. So Riker, when you're done with that, please, I should click shift if I'm, or hold shift if I'm going to do this. So please haul these as well. Pick up, you can't haul, no space to store it. Okay, we'll figure that out then. I just need that stuff kind of getting inside before it deteriorates to nothing. We have a bulk goods trader coming. So where are they? Are they actually physically here? I believe so, yeah. We will trade with them because we have quite a few bulk goods. They might be willing to buy some of our chem fuel before it deteriorates, which would be great. And maybe something else. Probably not wood, but maybe some of the fabrics that we have like odd amounts of that we can't really use ourselves. Or maybe some of the raw food materials that we have like piles and piles of. So was it Ayala who was like our best talker? No, it's 7 you couldn't be. So far Riker and Virgil are better. And Tails, though Virgil has the most passion for it. I think though like Z was pretty good. Boss, not really. Gomez is the best. That I just remembered. I was trying to think of like, okay, who's dealing with our prisoners? They should have the best social, and of course Gomez is that person. So please come trade with them, Gomez. By the way, I've opened up the quarry. I thought I had it set up so that only prisoners could be using it, but apparently I didn't. Maybe there's no way to actually do that. I know with like certain other objects like this even, or this, we can designate them only for prisoners, but this doesn't appear to have such an option. I could set an owner, but I would prefer that any prisoner capable of mining kind of come and work in here, so that's not necessarily going to work. I guess it's fine if Z does it, though I should probably find other mining projects for her to do. So let's try to do that. This steel should be getting mined, for sure. It looks like we made some progress on this bunker, that's nice. I like the look of these concrete walls. Very like heavy duty and sturdy, but not too pretty to feel like they would, you know, not be a bunker, I guess. They feel very bunker-like, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, we've got that mining going. Is there any mining to be done down here? Not unless we're just trying to harvest stone or strip mine these. Ah, okay, I was wondering why the game lagged for a second there. They have roosters but no hens, so that's not going to be super useful. I could buy some raw meat off of them. I'm not too worried about it though. I've got corn that's like on the verge of deteriorating. A lot of chem fuel that we could make use of. I think I'd like to just sell a lot of this. The issue, of course, is I want to make sure that I have some to use. I could set up chem fuel generators somewhere, just like we did in our other playthrough, but I don't know where that would work just yet. Something to consider, though, because we are, you know, creating quite a lot of fecal waste that we turn into chem fuel. Anyways, I'm leaning towards selling the more expensive chem fuel, the stuff that's newer and worth more. Oh, you have like no money. Well, we'll try to make use of some of the stuff you have then. I'll buy all of your components, which still puts us well in the positive, or leaves us well in the positive. I've got all this like random stuff I probably won't be able to craft anything out of. They have other games that we haven't seen. I could buy some empty arcades from them. They actually have quite a few. But I can make those, so I'm not that concerned about it. I will buy the steel from them, actually. Steel is something that we can always use, because it's a bit limited on our map. They have some hats. It looks like they might be kind of cool. What else do they have? A small table, a lamp, carpet, and an already assembled cabinet. Game cabinet, that is. I think I'd like to buy any games that we don't have from them. So, Gluten Dogs, Halva Life. I'd like to have that cartridge. Psychonauts I thought we had. No, I do have, okay. Trauma Vendor is one I don't have. So those are the only 3 that we could possibly get from them. And then that leaves us just under what they can pay out in silver, so we can try to make up the difference with something else. Maybe a little bit more chem fuel. That would certainly get us close. We could also sell them some cloth, though cloth is something that we actually use quite a lot of, so I probably shouldn't sell that. Let's give them like a bunch of rice. That was worth like virtually nothing. How about that stack of rice? Okay. And something tells me that stack of over 1,000 is going to be too much. Yeah. So how about corn? This corn's about to deteriorate. We'll make some money off of it. There's berries, same deal. These berries, probably too much. Yeah. This corn, definitely too much. So let's try like half of these. Minus 600. Oh, crap. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. And I don't know if I canceled that or if I put it through. But let me figure this out. Okay, so I think I've got this all figured out now. I changed a couple things around. I'm going to buy 2 of every cartridge that we don't have. That way I don't need to waste time producing a copy. I can just go ahead and put one of the extra copies that we are buying straight into a cabinet. So that should be a little bit faster for us. I am selling them all of this stack of chem fuel still. I'm selling them, or I'm buying all of their components. I'm buying all of their steel, selling them a lot of these different food items that we have that we're producing, too much of. And I think I ended up buying a single beer just because that put us, roughly even. Whereas before we would have been essentially giving them free items. So I will accept that deal. And apparently that was enough to bring us up to allied level relationship with them. Our goodwill has risen past plus 75. It's actually right at 75. So yeah, we're on good terms with them. Let's also offer them a small gift, just to ensure that, we don't lose that allied relationship, like the second that they go home. So what could we offer them? I could give them just like a whole hell of a lot of chem fuel. It's still going to be 0, huh? It's not worth much, unfortunately, for us. You can have this royal jelly. It's still 0, huh? I think the higher our relationship gets, the more that we have to give them. So yeah, that's worth quite a lot. That's probably like 600 silver. And it's only getting us plus 3. So it looks like every 200 essentially gives us 1 point. That chair gives us 4. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it, because that's going to require a lot of investment on our part for not a whole lot of return. I'll ask Gomez to haul some of this stuff inside, especially the components and the things that kind of need to be inside. The cartridges won't deteriorate, so I'm not concerned about them. But let's make sure that we ask for... Where is the thing? There it is. Let's make sure that we ask for those cabinets to get made. So we want to install Trauma Vendor. We want to install... Was Psychonauts one of them? I know Halva Life was. Let's see what the other was. If we can find it, that is. Gluten Dogs. Where are the others? They should all be like roughly in this area. I'm not seeing them though. Gomez, did you already pick them up? Halva Life, Trauma Vendor, and Gluten Dogs. Okay. So we have Halva Life and Trauma Vendor. I just need Gluten Dogs. Cool. So we should get those cabinets made relatively soon, and then we can go ahead and install them in the actual arcade. Something just happened. Oh, they're leaving. Somebody's leaving, our guests. Left us some herbal medicine. I'm glad that they enjoyed their stay. We also have an extreme break risk here. Oh, because Lester just came out of his break risk, so he's probably quite upset for a lot of reasons. Catharsis is going to help, but he needs to eat and rest and bathe. Also, he's wearing Dead Man's clothes. I did not recall that he was doing that, so we'll have to get him some new clothes. But yeah, so that's all that taken care of. I should also, like, Ayala, can you dismiss them? Because they're just going to be a nuisance up here. Now that we've done our business with them. Cat is fully healed. Awesome. So I think that's all of our prisoners fully healthy. They can come out here and do their job. That roof looks like it's coming quite far out, actually. Let's see. Remove roof area. Why did they build the roof so far out here? That's kind of weird. I wanted that all open, so that they don't start getting like stir crazy inside. So let's have them do that. I suppose I could bring the roof out to here just to protect anything that we might harvest, but honestly it should just be like, you know, steel and stone and things of that nature, so not things that really matter. We have a trade ship passing by. I guess we can see what they have. Gomez, it looks like we got another job for you. Can you call these guys real quick? Oh, there's a prosthesis trader there too. Okay, so what do we have here? Glitter World Medicine, which I wouldn't mind buying. Psych IT, blah blah blah. They have the Zims. I thought we also had the Zims. Do we not? Let's check this real quick. I thought we had one, and I thought it was already installed here. We do. So, did we just forget to make a copy of it first? I'm kind of concerned now. I guess we should buy it just to be safe? No, we have one. So why is it saying that we didn't? Or just did I just misread that? It's saying I don't have it, but I do. So I'm not going to buy... Oh, because it's not within the orbital trade beacon. That's why. Got it. I don't really see anything I want. Glitter World Medicine is not a huge concern. I have a bunch of it. I wouldn't mind adding like 4 more, but I also don't care that much. So I'll probably just leave it. They have some paintings and some other artwork that we could buy. But ultimately, I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone. Okay, so I think that's where I'll leave it for today. It's good to be back playing some RimWorld again. Incredibly frustrated with the game, and Steam really, I think, is the one to blame for the issues that we're having. Because if I could basically just set my game so that it doesn't update while I'm in the middle of a Let's Play, or my mods for that matter, you know, I could probably avoid stuff like this. But it also doesn't help that the developers of this game feel the need to reinvent the wheel every time they update it. So, yeah, just a lot of, you know, minor frustrations. I think what I'm going to start doing in the future, but I'll have to do this after these 2 Let's Plays finish because it's just not possible to do at the moment, is to basically back up a copy of the game and manually install every single mod that I possibly can and have a backup of those too, so that I can basically just, if anything happens in terms of updates that cause breakages anyways, I can delete my whole you know, game directory, put in the backup version, and just play offline on Steam. But unfortunately, some of the mods I have running in these playthroughs, I was only able to find on Steam Workshop, and so rather than trying to manually install them, I just left them installed through Steam Workshop, and that means if I went and tried to manually install it now, the game won't recognize it as the same mod. It's kind of stupid how it works, but that's how it works. So I can't, unfortunately, do that workaround right now. Anyways, Hopefully you guys are glad to be back as well. I know a lot of people have been asking about RimWorld, so I'm sure many of you will be excited. And we should have some Fallout tomorrow, though as I mentioned in the Fallout Let's Play, I'm probably going to be ending that one a little bit soon so that we can move on to other things and kind of take a break so that I can develop that mod a little bit more at some point before we continue playing in the Fallout universe. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you again, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.